Peace, everyone. It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that Samba conversation. For those that don't know who I am, I'm Junns, the original, your neighborhood judge. Yes, for the Bantus, by blood, not by converge. We out here to splurge with the what? With the word. I want to give all praise and glory to our heavenly parents, Sunini Nanini, for they are worthy to be praised. Yes, I said it. They are worthy to be praised. Honor thy mother and thy father. That is a command. Last but not least, want to say thank you for all those that's tuning in. Welcome. If it's your first time, how you doing? If it's your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, you know what I'm here to do. Today, we about to get into a good, powerful lesson. We're gonna go back and continue reading the Book of Sirach. I was reading it earlier, and it was just a lot of, you know, precepts that's gonna benefit us today, right now, as we go through this new adventure of destruction and chaos, famine, pestilence. And then, it's very important that we get ourselves, our minds, our souls, everything in order, right? In preparation for what's to come, and to ensure that the heads of our heavenly parents remain on top of us. Okay? So before I do that, let me apologize for the late entry, trying to set these things up, the, the lag, there's now coming on time, the camera acting up. You can still see the camera acting up here and there. So, it's a lot of things that be going on behind the scenes. I don't complain. The devil can't, he can't stop what we doing. You feel me? But nevertheless, I hope you guys are here. Shout out to the Bantu princess. She's bringing off the, telling us today's the first fruits. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to the times and the days. You know what I'm saying? That was never my skill. My skill is to keep my foot on the heathens and Hebrews and heathenites next. That's my skill. Everything else, everybody got a role. You know what I'm saying? And I don't jump the gun and try to step and speak on things I don't have no understanding about. That's just not righteous, right? So without further ado, we're gonna jump into the Book of Sirach. For those that don't know, this is the third episode of the Book of Sirach. There's times I go to Sirach 1, I do 2, and then something will come to me and I will have to give a presentation and something else. But then I still want to finish the Book of Sirach, because the Book of Sirach, hold on, let me bring this up a little bit. Because the Book of Sirach is very knowledgeable, and it provides a lot of wisdom, right? Like I tell brothers and sisters, Sirach is Proverbs on steroids. So if you know about Proverbs, this means proper action. Just know that the the Book of Sirach is knowing the proper actions, how to conduct it, the penalties behind not conducting it, how to find know how your wife is, how your children should be. Like I said, it's just a book on steroids. So we're gonna get into it. Let me share my screen with you guys. Make sure I got the up and running. Let me share my screen. Okay. See, I was reading it today, but right now we're gonna go straight into, we're gonna pick up where we left off. The last time I ended it on 10. Today we're gonna start off at 11. I don't know how far along we can go, but I'm not gonna waste too much time. Right? So in the Book of Sirach, we're going to chapter 11, verse 1. Okay? It says what? Wisdom lifteth up the head of him that is low degree, and make him sit amongst the great. So this is what wisdom is doing to us, me, you, everybody that's coming into this awakening, right? We was the ones at low degree, no matter the circumstances. You know, we at the bottom, right? We're not in the position of rule no more, right? We at the bottom. No matter your financial bracket, you could have 50 bands in the bank, 50 mil, you still at the bottom, meaning you don't sit at that seat that you supposed to be sitting in. But wisdom lift up the head of him that is low degree and make him sit amongst the great, right? So eventually we're gonna be sitting amongst the great, whether it's here, there, this lifetime, next lifetime, even if we in the presence of our heavenly parents, us doing what we doing now, you know what I'm saying? The brothers and sisters that's bringing forth wisdom, that's seeking that wisdom, you know, there's a seat waiting for you. So claim it. Okay? It says, commend not a man for his beauty, neither abhor a man for his outward appearance. So that's self-explanatory, right? And that's not, and we're not gonna just use it for men, we're gonna use it as women for women too, right? So we're not supposed to be, oh my gosh, you look amazing, or this or that. You know what I'm saying? You could be humble, like you're beautiful and keep it as that. But we live in a society where brothers go extra. Damn, girl, you look good. You got a man. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. Oh my gosh, you so sexy, you handsome. Oh, are you single? Are you this? That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not what we here to do, right? Don't abhor in a man for his outward appearance, right? It says the bee, that's verse 3. It says the bee is little among such as a fly, but her fruit is the chief of sweet things. Self-explanatory. Okay? Boast not of thy clothing or raiment, and exalt not thyself in the day of honor, for the work of Sunini are wonderful, and his works amongst men are hidden, right? Boast not thy clothing and raiments. Don't try to boast yourself. Even when you see brothers now, they try to boast themselves, whether they in the world or even in the truth, right? You see these brothers that standing on the corner, they boasting themselves. They thinking that they wearing righteous clothing. They don't even, nobody got no recollection of how we was dressed when we was in a position of power. Everything that you see these brothers is doing, these brothers, like I said, is copy and paste. These things are given unto you, right? They're given unto us. Where we don't have anything so-called African pertaining to us. Everything that we do, we dress like Europeans, we act like Europeans, we move like Europeans, and then we condemn anybody that's not respecting the fact that we outside looking like Europeans. But for these brothers that's in these so-called organizations, I tell them all the time, you look like Power Rangers and your outfit is a copy and paste of the 33-degree Mason, because your father, the father of this religion called Hebrews, was a 33-degree Mason. That's why you see them with the outfits, with the fringes and all of that. Okay? But that's neither here nor there, right? It says, and exalt not thyself in the day of honor. You know what I'm saying? Don't exalt yourself. Don't be like, yeah, man, just everything is remain humble. Everything that you guys see me do, I do it in a space of humble. Never, and I never exalt myself, even with the much knowledge that I have and wisdom that I have. I'm the first one to tell you, I'm still learning. I'm the first one that you'll see in class and raising my hand like, yo, can you run that back? Yo, what you said? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to exalt yourself. You got to just be humble through it all. The word said the meek shall inherit it. You got to be meek. You got to be humble, right? There's no pride in this, right? People that have pride, that's how the devil fell. That's how you going to fall, right? It says, because for the works of our Father is wonderful, and his works amongst men are hidden. His works amongst the things that we doing, the things that we seeing, we're not even seeing it. You thinking it's you, but it's him, it's them that's doing these miracles. Listen, I if I run you a story, you guys would know, or probably would be like, yo, man, you just gassing, you capping. That's the new word, right? It says, It says, many kings, listen, it says, many kings have sat down upon the ground, and one that was never thought have worn the crown, right? Many kings have worn, but the one you would have never would think of be the one that's going to run the scene. So for you brothers and sisters, you don't know what your purpose is. Just continue striving to be great. And when I say great, being righteous, right? Being righteous, right? It says, verse 5 says, verse 6, excuse me, says, many mighty men have been greatly disgraced, and the honorable delivered unto other man's hands. That's us, right? That's us. That's the righteous. We are very disgraced. We are very picked on and laughed and mocked and teased, if that makes sense. Especially in today's time with this social media and people like myself bringing forth, right? But the honorable delivered unto the other man's hands, right? So your word and your presence is going to be delivered into other man's hands. When you look at today's times, everyone's in your hands. You being delivered. Hey, who's this guy? Who's this girl? Right? Your honorableness. People's gonna see that. Your loyalty. Remember, it's loyalty before royalty. Right? You must be loyal to the soil so you could prevent your soul from being boiled. I'm talking about in hot fire. Come on now. Right? Let us continue. It says, blame not. Okay? It says, blame not before thou has examined the truth. Don't quick to judge. Don't blame nobody. And that's a problem that we have. We quick to blame, point fingers, and we don't even have the full details, right? We blaming brothers and sisters. You celebrating Christmas and this and that, but fam, you're doing the same thing too. You're just doing it in a higher degree, in a higher worship to Lucifer. Like I tell brothers and sisters all the time, right? Every religion is like a grade level, right? You know, Christianity is elementary, right? We know I'm about to say Judaism. Islam is what? Middle school, high school. Judaism is college, and so on. So everything got a level to it. And 33-degree Masons and all that, you on top of the bracket, right? Right? It says, and understand first and then rebuke. You must understand. A lot of brothers and sisters don't understand, but quick to rebuke. You're not doing this right. You doing this. You're not, we're not no Bantus. We're from Israel. Yes, I said it. The Eber, that's the language. Eber. I don't know how Eber then put an H and the Eber converts into Hebrew. I'm like, I be trying to figure out, and the concept that comes along with that falls in line with this. You blame not before thou has examined the truth. You must examine what you're like dig deep. Stop taking things for face value. That goes for all of us. Stop taking things for face value. This applies to regular day life, spiritual life. You understand? All of this applies. We quick to jump and not examine. We gotta examine. I gotta examine. You know what I'm saying? When I say things, whatever I'm saying, prove me wrong. You know why I'm able to say that? Because I go deep into the archives and keep looking and looking and looking and looking until I touch the concrete and say, oh, so this is where it comes from. That's where it comes from. So now that I found out where it comes from, and then I'm able to dissect that to get it to the very point where we at right now, and then I will say things in layman's terms, and then I'll tell you, prove me wrong. If I'm lying, then prove me wrong. And brothers will go, you're going to have the brother that's going to go over and beyond to try to prove me wrong. And then you're going to have brothers that's going to disregard it and say, no, I'm not doing that. Because blame not before thou has examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke, right? Answer, it says what? Verse 8 says what? Answer not before thou hast heard the cause. Don't give an answer. You don't know what's going on. Don't give a response to something you don't know what's going on. That's in everyday life. We quick to jump the gun and we don't know what's going on. A lot of brothers' lives has been lost because they don't know what's going on. Somebody will call them, be like, "Yo, I'm in a situation. I need you," and all right, I'm on my way. Right? You answering that call. You answering that request, and you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know that that man probably got his ass whooped because he touched a little girl. Right? Or he robbed somebody and got penalized for that, right? And got penalized for that. But yeah, he's calling his loyal mans, and his man's coming to his rescue, not knowing what he's getting himself into. And that's how a lot of brothers and sisters end up dead or in jail for trying to clean up somebody else's nonsense. Answer not before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt a man in the midst of their talk. And that's even for me. I gotta humble myself when it comes to that. Because I be hearing something and it instantly I got the answer. Like, oh yeah, but answer not before thou has heard the cause. So that's something for us, right? When you hear, you be like, yo, my bad for cutting you off, right? We cutting off and we didn't even hear the cause. You gotta let the brother or the sister finish saying what they're saying. Then you give a suggestion. Then you give your opinion. Then you give a solution. So this is not just for you, for us. This is for me as well. You know what I'm saying? This for me. Sometimes you got to read this book so it could humble you. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell brothers and sisters, this is a very, very great book to read. If you are in a space of anger and you in a space of frustration and you really want to be in a space of calm and clarity and know the vision and continue the mission, you got to read something that's going to humble you. And this book, including Proverbs, is a very good book to humble you, right? It says, strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not, and sit not in the judgment with the sinners. Strive not. That's the same thing I just said. Strive not in the matter that concerneth thee not. You're not supposed to put yourself in certain situations, man. It just we're living in a time where you really gotta just mind your business. It's sad to say that. It's sad to say that because I see how police is beating on our people. They got a police that just put a beats on a female, right? And people is watching, and a part of me like, yo, why don't we just snuff these dudes, bro? Make it an all-out brawl, one time for the one time. But at the same time, I understand. It's like we have a lot more to lose fighting with these people than just holding our peace, right? That man could end up getting shot. That man could end up doing 7 years, 10 years, 15 years, depending on the magnitude. The reason why these people are able to do what they do is because they're protected. You understand? And they get away with that. And they do that. And for me, I believe that they do that in a space of mockery. Like, ha ha, I did that and what? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But I don't know what's in these people's minds. I know that they're evil. You know what I'm saying? I know that righteousness don't dwell in them because they wasn't born with that. So them doing stuff like that is very hard. You understand? So I get it, right? It says, and sit not in the judgment with the sinners. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be making judgment or we trying to break understanding with individuals that sinners. Some people is just that's who they are. You gotta understand something, people. Everybody was created, right? But everybody was also created to do evil. And not just created to do evil. Let me give you an understanding, right? A lot of us have mixed DNA inside of us, right? You guys don't know that mixing was intentional. If you didn't watch the two letters that was written that destroyed the Bantu people, it's on the December conversation. That's something you guys should watch. So when you read the letter, one of the main focal points for them was crossbreeding. so they can infuse themselves. They're telling you, oh yeah, we're gonna separate, we're gonna cause friction between them and that. No. I mean, in a sense, you could say that because that's what took place with Cain and Abel, right? Right? And then because of that, I'm gonna have enmity between thy seed and your seed, right? So they do these things intentional, but what you guys don't understand is they're they're infusing that wickedness and evil into that child, into that woman, and that woman's gonna give birth into that evil and wicked. And then that evil and wicked over time, years, whether it's 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, is gonna infuse themselves with other black women. Whether you have a boy or have a girl, she's gonna marry a black man and they're gonna have a child. And that child is gonna be that, and then this is gonna be that, but not knowing that that seed, that blood, that DNA is gonna carry over to this very day now. So you got to start to understand that a lot of wickedness and evil that's going on right now in this world it stems from the crossbreed and these individuals injecting their children inside our women. Facts. And when you pay attention to today, what they doing now, what you see in the movies, you see a whole lot of what? Whole lot of interracial marriages, relationships, etc., etc. And I'm not here to be a racist or because black people, first of all, colored people can't be racist, right? My opinions ain't gonna change the demographics of the world. Let's get that clear, okay? But we wasn't supposed to be intermingling. Just look at the universe. Look at the universe. You're not gonna find a rabbit and a baboon and a kangaroo having a child. A rabbit's gonna deal with a rabbit, right? A chicken with a chicken. The chicken is not gonna say, you know what, I want to have a baby with this rooster. It's not gonna happen. It's not. But it's us that's continuously doing that because of the things that these people tell us, right? Let us continue. Where was I? Oh, it says, it's verse 10 says, my son, meddle not with many manners, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing, right? My son, meddle not in many manners. That's twofold. Don't put yourself into so much things. Stay focused, stay on the task, right? Even for myself, right? The majority of the reasons why you don't see me is because I'm wearing like 15 different hats. And when I come home, I be so exhausted. I be crashing. There's times I go to sleep with the same clothes on, wake up, brush my teeth, and go right back outside and do what I gotta do. You know, that's just the hustler in me. You know what I'm saying? I come from that, right? But that it takes a toll, and sometimes you got to simmer down. So after today, I'm really gonna really write down like, all right, this is gonna be my focus. My focus got to be this. My focus got to be that, right? Like I told you guys, I started my own agency, got my own business. So trying to get that on the ground and have it prosperous and generating money and helping the people, that's a focal point. But at the same time, I gotta come here. You know what I'm saying? I got 30,000 people that subscribe and watching and want and need wisdom. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys sometimes need me to bring forth information and help you go through the week, help you go through the day, help you go through the hour. Doesn't matter. So you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that I have to do. But putting on so many hats, as you can see, right? It's too much, right? My son, meddle not with many manners. If thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not attain. Neither shalt thou escape by fleeing, right? There is one that laboreth and take his pain and maketh haste, and is so much the more behind, right? That's you know, that's the man right here, right? It says again, there is another that is slow and have need of help, wanting ability and full of poverty. Yet the eyes of Sunini look upon him for good and set him up from his low estate. This is us right here. Okay? This is us right here. Okay? Right? We are slow. We're slow in the knowledge and the wisdom that we get. And we just slow in everything, man. Our movement is slow. We're not as athletic as we was, just say, in the early 90s, mid 90s. We're just not there no more. Us as people are just not there, right? Look at basketball players. Basketball players getting injured. They're not even playing as physical as before, and there's more injuries now. You understand? There's just a lot of things upon us, and a lot of these things are intentional. We know that, right? But overall, right? We're slow, and we need help. We want the ability. We want the ability to strive and conquer and take down the foolishness and wickedness. And we full of poverty. We want to do all of these things, but for everything that we want to do, there's something that's going on that keeps us 10 steps back. And all of this is intentional, right? Yet the eyes, right? Yet the eyes of who? Of Sunini look upon him for good and set him up from his low estate. So you see how we rising. You see a lot of benefits coming our way. Yes, the devil is doing a lot, but this is the trials that you got to go through so you can come out this situation as fine gold, people. You got to go through the fire. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the sis. We had a long conversation yesterday, and I tell her this all the time. I said, listen, let me ask you a question. If you didn't go through what you went through, would you be able to teach and tell people how to be better? How? It doesn't make sense. How can I teach you how to drive and I never sat behind the steering wheel, never sat in a driver's seat, never put my hands on the steering wheel, but yeah, I'm the one that's gonna conduct you to learn how to drive. It doesn't make sense. And a lot of things, now that I'm sitting back and I reflect on it, I see why I went through what I had to go through and why everybody else went through what they went through, because I was chosen. Like you gonna be the one that's gonna be sitting here every Saturday while everybody's chilling, having a good time. You're gonna go put on this. You're gonna get your gavel out. You're gonna bang it on these heathens. You're gonna tell brothers and sisters to repent, or you're going to die. And that's what I've been doing. And I don't complain. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. And I meet new people. I meet you guys, and having conversation with you guys is beautiful for me. You know what I'm saying? Like meeting new people from all across the world. I done spoke to people from Africa. I done spoke to people from Australia. I done spoke to people from Canada, UK, all of this. Right? Yo, you tuning in. Yo, your lesson was amazing. Yo, you doing this for me. Yo, you doing that. Even though the machine is against me, I'm still grateful, because the Father will bring those to me that needs to be to me. He will. And he hasn't disappointed neither. Right? Let's continue. It says, and lift up his head from misery, so that many that saw him is of peace over all, right? Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come from who? Sunini, right? Everything, whether it's good or bad, like I said, you got to go through the trials and tribulations, prosperity and adversity, life and death, right? All of it, poverty and the riches, the stress and no stress, sit down, stand up. All of that comes from him. Controls it all. Everything was already written, people. You're just playing out. You're just playing out that playbook. It was already written, right? It says wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law, or the what? Or of the what? Father's love. Okay? So when you hear people say God loves me and they're not doing this, they don't even understand the law. They don't have no wisdom of it, no knowledge. You don't even have wisdom of life. What's going on? You're not a knowledgeable person. You're not getting love from him. You getting love from him, from them. Lucy, the fallen, and his children. Okay? And the way of good works are from him. Right? That's why I tell people you're gonna judge them by their fruits. You don't gotta listen to me. If you think what I'm saying is not true, just judge me by my fruits. How's my demeanor? Come into my neighborhood and ask people how I get down. right? Ask them if I'm just, this good speaking and caring individual when I'm fronting the camera. Ask them, do I act like this when I'm in person? And I guarantee everybody's gonna say, nah, Junns be what you see on the YouTube is how he be. You know what I'm saying? Am I perfect? Absolutely not. Would I slap the fire out of you? Absolutely. Would I prefer not to do it? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But if you put me in a situation and I have to defend myself, I will do so. Not just any man. Make it make sense. Right? It says what? It says, error and darkness had their beginning together with sinners, and the evil shall wax cold with them that glory therein. Right? The evil is going to wax cold. Right? Error and darkness had their beginning together with sinners. This was us. This was me. I was living in error. I couldn't see the light, right? I was always around the sinners. I was a sinner myself, right? A sinner is somebody that transgressed the laws. That's a sinner, somebody that's disobedient to your heavenly parents. That's a sinner. And that was me. And evil shall wax old with them, right? That glory therein. Some of us gonna die like this. It's gonna be invented with us. The son that's gonna make it out, right? It says, the gift of Sunini remain with the ungodly, and his favor bring prosperity forever. See, this was us. We still was gifted because how many life experiences have you overcome? Times when you like, damn, I could have died. How many? I guarantee you, those that's in the truth can give you at least from the hands to tell you at least 5 to 10 times where they almost lost their life. And say things like, yo, I shouldn't even be here right now. Right? Because the gift remaineth with the ungodly. Listen, let me tell you something, people. Majority of us is ungodly because of how the system made us. Okay? The factory is raising us, people. Let me say that again. The factory is raising us, people. The community is not doing that. The village is not doing that. It's the factory. The factory is what? What does the factory make? The factory makes television. The factory makes cell phones. The factory makes what? Computers. The factory is making things that's raising us. And what you seeing that's on TV right now is to be evil, especially in the black and brown community. Listen, if something evil is not being played, let me show you how lost we are as people. If something evil is not being played, we can't even get jiggy to it. Tell me I'm lying. If I hear music and he's not talking about shooting this, robbing that, slapping a chick here, beating this, that, I don't want none of that. Tell me I'm lying. Go ahead and pull it. Go ahead and play some Billy Joel. See how go have a party right now. Have a party right now. Tell him play some Billy Joel and some Lionel Richie and see how fast. And see how fast the music stops. See how fast people look and be like, yo, son, turn that off. Son, we're not trying to hear that. Play it. Right? And it says, the gift of our Father remaineth with the ungodly, and his favor bring prosperity forever. There is that waxeth rich by his weariness and pinchings, and this is the portion of his reward. Whereas he said, I have found rest, and now will eat continuously of my goods, and yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die. Right? We chasing everything, not knowing, we got this, we got that, we balling. I'm living my best life, not knowing that you're gonna die and everything that you work for is gonna go to somebody else. whether it's your children, whether it's your wife, whether it's the homeless man, whether it's the government, it doesn't matter. It's gonna go to somebody else. But our job as individuals, our job is as individuals is to always remain humble. Just be thankful, right? That's the purpose. That's the purpose, right? It says, be steadfast in thy covenant, right? And be conversant therein, and wax old in thy works. All right. Be steadfast in thy covenant. What covenant? The covenant he made with our forefathers. We gotta still keep this covenant, people. It never is forever. I'm gonna show you in the next chapter to put an end to all of this nonsense, and then I'm gonna show you something else again. Like I said, I'm gonna learn you today, right? It says, and be conversing therein, and wax old in thy ways, right? I'm gonna tell you what conversing therein means, so you guys can know. Put it in, right? To keep company, right? That's what it is. Keeping company. All right. You must keep company. Keep company with that therein. Steadfast in that covenant. Keep company with it, right? And go and let it wax old in your works. All your works gotta be in line with what you was told. It's necessary. This is why we was brought here. This is why we was called, people. This is why you have been awoken. You got a job to do, right? This is the first job you got to do, right? Be the first job. Once he see that you get hired for this job, once he see that you're doing that job, like any other job, what is it gonna do? You're gonna get a raise, right? And then after you get that raise, you're gonna do what? You're gonna get even more people to lead. And I don't want to say leading the sheep, because we're not nobody's animals. Or anything that you hear the word sheep in it, or any level of animal, just know that it's a disrespect, because those things are meant to be sacrificed, and you're not a sacrifice. Something to be sacrificed is like, and if you put it in that sense, is like having an abortion. You are his child. You're not his people. People was interjected to include everybody else. We know that. We're not his people. We are his child. You are his children. Even as Jacob, my firstborn. Luke chapter 3, all the way down to verse 38. Adam, my son. So if Adam is his father, and we come from Adam, then what makes him to you? So all this only begotten son and this and that, that's cap. Okay? And we're gonna and like I said, I'm following the chain of command. I'm letting Umdala do what he do. Let him bring forth his information, and when he gives the green light to take it down or hit it with the bat, I'll be ready. Just know that I'm in the dugout like this with the gavel. I'm with it. But again, it's about playing your position, right? Loyalty before royalty. Let's continue. Right? It says, marvel not. Listen, marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in who? Your parents, your father, Sunini, and abide in thy labor. For it is a easy things in the sight of the Father on the sudden to make a poor man's rich. Okay? Marvel not in the works of the sinner. Trust me. And I can speak for myself. I come from a background of ballers, hustlers, scammers, all of that. And I see where I could have been if I was still playing outside. You feel me? Would have been sitting nice, living nice. But I know that what the work that was done, it was the works of sinners. And I was in call to do that. So my journey for my riches is going to be based on the labor that I do and representation of our heavenly parents. And when he see that you're doing that, then he gives you the riches. And I'm not talking about the riches of this world. I'm talking about the riches of everything, right? The only thing that I want is eternal life, bro. Like I want to live forever. And when I say live forever, like I wanna be here. I want to be with the governors. I want to sit at the table with all those that put their lives on the line and was accepted by our heavenly parents and our ancestors. I want to be there. I want to sit next to Moses. I want to sit next to David. I want to conversate with Abram. I want to do these things. But the work happens now, right? It says what? The happiness of Sunini and the rewards of the godly. People say blessings. We don't do blessings. I'm gonna show you the definition for blessings so you guys can know I'm not here playing. I'm gonna show you. Let's do the definition for blessings. Okay, blessings. Making happy, wishing happiness, to praise or exalting, okay? Consecrating by prayer, okay? The happiness of Sunini and the reward of the godly. And suddenly he make his happiness flourish. Okay? He's gonna make us flourish. Don't worry. Just sit back. And I'm not saying sit back and just be with the modern day Christian and be like, we're gonna sit back and praise. And then no, you gotta do work. You gotta do work. But when I say sit back, handle the things that you're able to handle and have the capability of handling it. Certain things is out of our hands. Okay? We can't go to war with this world. We don't have that power. Okay? We haven't reached to the point where we can move mountains. We've not gotten there yet. We can. We will. But we haven't gotten there yet. Okay? Okay. Let us continue. It says, say now, what profit is there of my service, and what good things shall I have hereafter? This is us. Yo, what I'm gonna get if I do this job? Yo, what I'm like, there's us. Like, yo, you want me to do what? Yo, how much you pay me? That's not what we're supposed to do. You shouldn't worry about the profit of your service and what good things shall I have thereafter. Because you're doing a good deed, right? When I give money to the homeless, I'm not giving it in hopes to be seen and in hopes to when I do it, I do it to let people know that charity is a beautiful thing to be doing. But I don't do it to be accepted or want something after that, because I already know what I'm going to receive after that is whatever our heavenly parents is willing to give me. Whether he gives me, be like, yo, you gave $1, I'm gonna give you $5 back. Or you gave $100, I'm gonna give you $100 back. I don't care for that. But whatever I do it because I am made in his likeness and his image. And it is our duty. Let me say that again. It is our duty to take care of one another. Don't ever get that twisted. Ever. The reason why the hood is the way it is right now, because we are waiting for other people, outsiders, to bring forth aid and help us. And when they're like, oh, you want us to come help? Fine, no problem. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lock up all these gangsters and killers that we've created, right? I'm going to raise the price of this neighborhood because, you said you want to fix the community. Those that's able to work hard and do triple overtime will be able to stay here. Everybody else will have to depart to various locations. 9 out of 10 times, you're going to leave one hood to go into a worse hood, okay? And what you leaving behind is a land, is a property that they're going to buy, fix it up, put a big old sky rise, and it's going to be for them to dwell while we over here burning and fighting to survive, hoping that we don't end up in hell or in jail, shall I say. Huh? And it gotten this far because we have forgotten our purpose. We've forgotten that you got $1 million, 10% should be going into your community. Oh, you got $1 million, 10% should be going to your community. And I'm not talking about going to this and that. I'm not talking about buying drugs and this. I'm not talking about getting a tax write-off for turkey and stuff like that. No. 10%. If I have 100 million, what's 10% out of 100 million? You do the numbers. That's enough money to buy, open up business and have brothers and sisters work. When I have let me tell you something. When I have my job, what I'm going to do when I have my job is you're going to have to check your phone in. And I know, like, what you mean, son? We're adults. Hear me out. Hear me out what I'm trying to tell you. The reason why I want you to check your phone in, because when you do your studies and you look what the phone is doing to our people, it's draining our energy. It's keeping us in a low frequency. And if you're trying to help people, your frequency can be lower than the people you're trying to help, right? See, a homeless person, when you see a homeless person is always grateful. He's thankful. He is like, his energy is what society used to be prior to 9/11, prior to the creation of the iPhone, prior to that. Because I know, because I can remember that, right? So when you don't have your phone, you're going to have to meet that person with their energy. Right? Are we going to go through bad days? Absolutely. We are going to go through bad days. But your bad days can instantly turn into good if you keep yourself around positive energy. Right? I'm going through a bad day. So I'm grabbing my phone. I'm listening to wicked music. What you think I'm going to want to do? Wickedness? I'm going through my bad day, and then I'm listening to these influencers who's feeding me toxicity. That's all this toxic running through my head. What you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the same thing. So that's why I said, yo, man, we're gonna have to put that away. Oh, you need a phone? The company phone is gonna be the same phone the Jewish people have, the flip phone. No app, no pressing screens, nothing. You boop, boop, boop. Go to the contacts, call, hey, how you doing? Keep it pushing. We got to go back to that. It's sad, but we need to go back to that because these devices is really, really destroying the people. But I digress. I'm sorry. Oh, where are we? Right? Verse 24 says, again, say not, I have enough and possess many things. And what evil shall I have hereafter? Right? It's never enough. You ain't never done enough. There's 7.5 billion, if not even more. And if you ain't helped these brothers and sisters, you ain't done nothing. If you ain't get them out of poverty and out of the PTSS, you ain't done nothing. I ain't done nothing. That's why when you hear me say, yeah, thank you for 30K and the mission is to get to 100 million. Yes, 100 million. And even 100 million is not enough. It's not enough. 100 million divided by 7.5 billion, 8 billion. Let's just throw a number out there, 10 billion. Because there's people that don't fill out paperwork that's hidden in caves and forests that people can't dare to walk into because the earth is gonna eat them up. Oh, there's places like that. Believe me. If these people could conquer the whole world, that's why they're feeding to get rid of people out in the Holy Land. They're feeding because there's areas that they want to get into that they can't. And they feel like if the people is gone, then they're going to have free access, not knowing that the minute that they do that, they're going to be destroyed. Right now, I just received information about this Lucifer Gates has been injecting children with fufu out there. You know, I'm on these people platforms, so I can't say too much. But now there's a polio breakthrough happening. I mean, come on. I got it somewhere. I got it somewhere in my phone. I don't like to save it because it irritates me because we are still breaking bread with these people. But I also know that he's able to get to the people because of Esau. Esau, the black man. Remember what I told you, people. Okay? Where am I? Verse 25, it says, in the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembering of prosperity. That's a fact. When you making money and you living your best life and you doing good, you're not remembering the afflictions and the things that you went through, right? And when you going through what you're going through, you're not remembering about your prosperity. This is self-explanatory, right? It says, for it is as easy thing unto the Father in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. It's easy. In the day of death, oh, you was a good boy. Yo, you good. Oh, you was doing what? Oh yeah. I got a nice place for you. Easy, right? When you listen to these people's testimony about, yo, I died and came back, the first thing that they say, yo, I just seen a big bright light. Read the book of Enoch and you'll understand about this big bright light. Just read it, right? It says, the affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure, and his end, his deeds shall be discovered. Right? Judge not, judge none. What? Preserve, happy. Right? Let me show you. Let me show you preserve so you guys can see where it's at. Oh, it's in blessed. Right? So in preserve, right? Happiness, right? So in his judge none of the happiness before his death, for a man shall be known in his children, right? So this is what I try to do. That's why I tell my daughter all the time, like, yo, when you going outside, don't act a fool because you representing me, right? You want when people see you, they gotta see me. We don't want just them to see you. Oh yeah, you look like your father. You want them to say, yo, you remind me of your dad. Like to this day, even me, my pop, today, November 18th, marks the 30 years that my father has been taken away from me. 30 years. My pop's been gone, guys. 30 years. Until this day, when I go see my aunt, my father's older sister, younger sister, and they see me, they'll look at me. Sometimes they make them want to cry because they're like, yo, you remind me of your father. 30 years, guys. 30 years, people. It's crazy. And I'm gonna talk about that too one day. I gotta get the confirmation from my brothers. Right? It says, listen, this is for everybody. It says what? Bring not every man into thy house, for the deceitful man had many trains. You're not supposed to bring everybody into your house. You're not supposed to allow anybody into your house. You understand me? People, you don't understand what that means. You don't understand why. Because a deceitful man has many trains. Yes. You're bringing these people in the house, and a deceitful man not just only have many trains, but the deceitful man could be walking and be dealing with a whole lot of demons. You see, out of nowhere in the black community, it's a high rise of mental health. Mental health, like I tell people all the time, only means demon possessed. Brothers and sisters are being overtaken by spirits because of the food that we eat, the lifestyle we live in, the drinking, the smoking, the fornication, everything the commands told us not to do, we have been doing it, and it's the reason why we are in the circumstances that you see right now in this very day. Right? It says, like a partridge taken a cap and kept in a cage. This is an animal, right? So is the heart of the proud, and like a spy watcheth he for thy fall. This right here. This is for the Isis Ra elves, the Isis Ra elite right here, right? Right. You see the heart of a proud. You see this? See this heart that's proud. and like as a spy watches he for thy fall, right? Everybody's gonna watch all of this fall. I've been watching it, and I just been sitting there saying, I told you so. Or I'll shake my head and be like, silly rabbits, religion is for kids. Right? It says, for he, for he lieth and wait, and turneth good into evil, and in things worthily praise will lay blame upon thee. Okay? This is what people do, right? They lie and they wait. They turn good into evil. And when things are worth praising and things is worth, they blame, oh, it's your fault. Similar to what the system is doing now. Similar to the direction that the world is heading now. Book of Sirach, man. Very, very powerful book. And we still don't, and this is just number 11, right? It says, of a spark of a fire, a heap of coal is kindled, and a sinful man layeth and wait for blood. Who waits for blood? You see this? Sinful man lieth, wait for blood. Who waiting for blood? Who wait for blood? It ain't me. It ain't you. It ain't us. Who waits for blood? Take heed. It says, take heed of a mischievous man, for he worketh wickedness, lest he bring upon thee a perpetual plot. Okay? Receive a stranger in thy house, and he will disturb thee and turn thee away from thy own. Right? Remember, I told you, you can't just let anybody into your house. Right? When you receive a stranger into thy house, and he will disturb thee and turn thee out of thy own. Okay? Don't let people into your house. Right? Number 12, let's go. Let's go. It says, when thou wilt do good, know to whom thou does it, so shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. It says, do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find his recompense. And if not from him, yet from who? You know, it's not the Most High, from Sunini, right? Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find recompense. And if it's not from him, it's gonna come from up above. If it's not, if you doing good, you helping your brothers and sisters, especially the righteous ones. You giving ear, you giving air, you reaching out. You know what I'm saying? You do these things, you're gonna be rewarded. Believe me, you will. Trust me. Right? It says what? There says there can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil. Right? You can't, that's why it says you can't serve two masters. You can't be lukewarm. You can't be in the middle. So you're gonna love one, you're gonna hate the middle. I will respect you if you was either hot or cold. Don't be lukewarm, because I'm gonna spit you out. Because if you are lukewarm, how can you do good? How can you do good? Let's imagine me, right? Somebody that's coming into, let's just say I'm coming into a job, right? This is why a lot of us end up getting fired or end up quitting, right? You coming into a job and everybody in the job is just on a worldly type of time, right? And here you come and you reading your Bible, right? You trying to do, the righteous. And let's just say you're not reading the Bible, right? Let's just say you just come in and just being a good individual. Because you are accompanied by these individuals, you're slowly gonna turn into doing evil, right? Because the devil knows how to get you a part of his group, right? They start off like, yo, come on, bro, how you doing, man? Your word, yo, man, yo, let's go for a drink. Yo, what's up? Yo, what you about to get into? Yo, you play basketball? Yo, you do this, you do that. Boom, boom, boom. You end up building a rapport with the person, right? Not knowing that the person is still doing evil things, but he hasn't done evil to you. But then you start, associating yourself with that. And surely but slowly, you went from doing righteous things, loving things, to end up having the same attitude. You're gonna end up, you ever notice that brothers that be chilling with each other, they all talk the same? They be like, yo, man, F all that, man. I ain't trying to hear none of that. The same person say the same thing. You be like, damn, what y'all twins? Nah. Backbiting, covetous, you know what I'm saying? Murmuring. Right? Nor to him listen, it says, nor to him there can no good come to him that always occupying evil, nor to him that gives no alms. Okay, now you want to see the definition of alms. I'm gonna show you what the definition of alms is so you guys can see. Right, this is the definition. I don't know if you guys can see it on the screen, right? But alms, anything giving, graciously to relieve the poor as money, food, or clothing, otherwise called charity. Okay? Say the word, make sure I'm saying it right. Hold on. I don't know what he just said. Say that again.
Gratuitously.
Okay, gratuitously. Okay, to relieve the poor. So you gratuitously, right? You just out of gratitude, you're just doing it just to do it, right? But how you gonna do that, right? Evil nor to him that gives no alms. Guess what? This right here, that's the majority of our people. Like I said, you can go outside. Like I said, you can go outside. You understand? You can go outside, see a homeless man, and you'll give them money, and then you'll see another car drive right by. I see one time a person had his window down. The man pulled his windows up. The window was down. He was enjoying the breeze. The person came, pull his windows up. And when he drove past, he put his windows back down. This is the times that we are in. These are things that I witness every day. And you see a whole lot of it during the summer. During the summer. That's why the summertime is the most dreadful time for us as Black people. Because the time like that, where you at your best, where you with the sun, you connecting, your energy, your frequency supposed to be on high. We keep that joint on low, right? Because of the music, because of how we eat and then how we move. We got brothers and sisters. When I asked somebody, we was having a conversation one time, and I know I'm be going off, but we was having a conversation, and I said to the brother, I said, yo, bro, like, yo, why you don't like giving stuff away to people? Like, you don't see, like, yo, bro, I ain't giving nobody no money, man. These dudes gonna take the money, go buy drugs and all that. I'm like, yo, bro, but how do you know that? But look, I'm like, yo, so why don't you just buy them, give them your clothes? You see me, every time my daughters and my children clothes don't fit, I give them away. I don't throw them in the garbage. I'll give them to somebody I know. I'm like, yo, hey, I know you like these. Yo, hey, these sneakers. I know you can fit those. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that you supposed to be doing. And I done gave away plenty. I done gave away true religions. I done gave away, I'm talking about when they was fire. Not today. We all know the true religions is like wearing Rockaware. You understand? But I done gave that. I done gave Jordans. I done gave Uptowns. I done gave Air Max. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give these things away because, you know what I'm saying? Even Tim's, I done gave away Tim's. We give these things away because it's like, yo, you need that. Wintertime might come, you may need that. I done gave away jackets, coats, jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Like, the list goes on. And I'm not saying this to I'm not saying that to be on some low. You see what I'm doing? But I'm just telling you, like, this is what we supposed to do. And I've always been like this since I was young. Even in my ignorant stages, I was like that. You feel me? But look, it says, give to a godly man, right? Give to the godly man and help not a sinner. Oh, hold on, right? Hold on. It says, do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby, for else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the goods thou shalt have done unto him. You see how wicked these people are? That's wickedness. You're not supposed to give nothing to these people. Hold on, I'm going to show you something. Look at what verse 6 says. Look what verse 6 says, people. It says, for Sunini, right? Matter of fact, let's read it how it's written, because I don't want people to get this misconstrued. It says, "For the Most High hateth a sinner, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keep them against the mighty day of their punishment. Give unto the good." Listen, give unto the good and help not the sinner, right? Why am I saying this? See, this right here put an end, kills the nonsense of Jesus came and died for everybody. He died for the sinners. That's a lie, people. That is a lie. And I'm gonna show you something. Hold on. Why not show it to them? Right? Hold on. My joint is frozen. Why they won't let me scroll up, guys. Oh, there we go. Look. So I asked the book of so I asked this is like my favorite chat GPT, right? It's called Claude.ai, right? It's like chat GPT, but they give you more unbiased, or should I say unpolitically correct. It's gonna get political. Like if you ask certain things like, yo, the Jewish people got their hands in slave trade, they're not gonna give you that. But when you ask for things like this, right? I says, was the book of Sirach written before the birth of Jesus? Right? Because people will be like, see, that book came out after he was dead. Let's go straight down. It says, so in summary, yes, the book of Sirach was written approximately 200 to 180 years before the birth of Jesus, making it one of the latest written books included in the Septuagint. And it provides wisdom and ethical teachings that precedes early Christianity, though it is considered part of the Deuterocanonical and Apocryphal books rather than the Hebrew Bible canon. Okay? So the reason why, like I said, we're going straight to the summary. So this is before 180 to 200 years before so-called Jesus was born. Right? So Jesus came to do what? His Father's will. Right? So the word, right? Let's go back to the word. Let me put this away. So the word, where I'm at. So the word, verse 6, it says he hated a sinner and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keep them against the mighty day of their punishment. Right? So God, to give unto thee, give unto the good and help not the sinner. See, I want you guys to meditate on this. So you know they're quick to go into the Bible and say, "Yo, look, God loves the sinner." Where? Anything that you see in that notion, you gotta listen. Anything you see in that notion, you gotta know that a lot of things was interjected. See, things like that, interjection. So God loved the world so much that he sent his only begotten son to die for it. But in the book of Jeremiah, he tells you that he hates the world and he's going to destroy it. But yet today, his only begotten son, he loved it so much. And now he died for the world. That man never died for nothing. Esau, right, who was being protected by the Romans, right? Because when Esau tried to attack, remember, it's only Esau and his children going against. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. It's only Esau and his children going against a goddamn juggernaut family as the Akobis. Okay? They went in there 70 souls and came out a goddamn multitude. Huh? Even 70. Can you imagine being just imagine coming into a hood. 70 people in a barbecue is a lot of people. 70. Somebody do the calculation and find out how much children Esau had. Go into the book of the Chronicles and look. You're gonna when Esau is done, you're gonna still be reading. You still gonna be reading Akobis. You're gonna be like, damn, Dan got this amount of children. And then even the story with Dan, you know what I'm saying? For some apparent reason, Dan ended up missing. We're gonna uncover. Right? Shout out to the big bro. He made me watch a video where the people in the Holy Land, they don't call themselves Dan, they call themselves Da. Yeah, Da. The Da people. But like I said, it's a lot of catching up, a lot of homework we got to do, right? We are 2,500 years removed from our heritage, from our everything. We're 2,500 years, people. So Esau teamed up with the Romans, teamed up with Cain, married into Cain, into the seed of Cain. Yes, Esau was marrying into them. And that's how he pledged allegiance and became one. Remember what the word said. It says no intermingling. Matter of fact, let me show you this. Let me show you. What was this? Sirach 12. Where we at? 12 and 7. All right, let me show you something. Hold on. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something. Where we at? Nope. So is it 3? Has to be 4. Hold on, guys. Let me read this. I'm going to show you something. Right here. Okay? Tobit 4 and 12. It says what? It says, beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of thy seed of thy fathers. Okay? Okay? Let's read. It says, and take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of the seed of thy father's tribe. Right? Why not? For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abram, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they are all married wives from their own kindred, and were happy in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. Okay? Okay? Why are we being told that? Because when you marry into something else, you're going to end up having, first of all, you're going to have your seed with that. And 9 out of 10 times, they're going to take you away from what you're supposed to do, which is being righteous, law, operating in the spirit of Sunini Nanini. Right? What the Psalm 147 verse 19 says wisdom is given unto his children. He says, but 1 Corinthians died for our sins. What sins? See, you must be, no, that's my brother right here, African brother alike. No, he didn't die for nobody's sins, bro. When you get a chance, go read John chapter 17. Ain't nobody died for nobody's sins. That man was murdered, bro. Anything you see Paul writing, or is it Saul or is it Paul? Which one? Anything that you see these people writing, they're using to justify the murder. They put the word crucifix to substitute being murdered. It's a political way of saying I'm gonna kill your ass, or I killed you, or I committed murder. Oh, he was crucified. He was murdered. He was hung on a tree. When you look up crosses was something that was created to mock the prophets. They was creating crosses in Rome thousands of years before our big brother or our savior was even walking on the scene. Thousands of years. That's why you think they carry that same tradition here in America. What did they do to our people? They hung them on a tree and then burnt the cross. Ain't nobody died for nobody. When you read John chapter 17, read it all. He's gonna say, Father, I did what you told me to do. I thought he said you came to die. Said, Father, I did what you told me to do. You brought those who you want me to, you brought those to me. And I pray that you protect them as they go through, etc., etc. Read it. What is Paul, who told you guys he is the apostles of the Gentiles? What is he? Why is he in Corinthians? Why is he in Galatia? Those areas is now areas of black people. If you think for 1 second that those areas where he was at was for colored people, you're highly mistaken. What he said? Yeah, bro. They plagiarize everything in our book, bro. You really gotta understand that. They plagiarize everything in our books. Yeah. They put things like people. They put things like nation. They put all of these things in our books. They took our books and they include themselves in it. The New Testament was to justify them being the overseers. Ask yourself this question. Look. See, I'm getting off task. I don't want to get off task, but I want you to ask yourself this question. How is the keys given unto Peter, but yet Paul got more writings than any other apostles that actually was with the man? He got more writings. That man never, not one day, he was a murderer. Like, he even tells himself in the book, right? When people looked at him, they was like, yo, you the killer though. But he did an identity theft, right? You know, the identity, switched his name. He said my name. Yo, yeah, they used to know me as Saul. I'm going to change my name to Paul. Did I not tell you, every name that was changed in the Bible play a significant role in religion? Let me say that again. Every name that was changed in the Bible have a significant role in all religion. Huh? Abram name was changed to Abraham. Why did they put Ham in there? Because they wanted to own it, right? Because they are the children of Ham. Because Noah only had 2 children, Shem and Japheth. So who is Ham? So why would the father change Abram's name to Abraham? Why did he change Noah's name? Why didn't he change Enoch's name? Enoch didn't even feel death. Why his name wasn't changed? Huh? Every name that was changed have a significant role in all religion, right? So when you want to bring forth Christianity, who's the perfect apostle when you want to justify Christianity? When you want to justify him being murdered, or he died for our sins, when you want to justify that the law is done away with, when you want to justify that the law is a curse upon you, what apostles do you go to? You go to Paul. Huh? Whose name was changed from Saul to Paul. Him again. Here's another person that had a vision. It's like all these people who name change having visions. Oh, you had a vision, right? Akobi, who you guys were ignorantly called Jacob, right? Right? In the beginning of Genesis chapter 32, he knew the angel. The angel came upon Jacob and they was talking, whatever. And then out of nowhere, here comes the story. Out of nowhere, he sees a man. He don't know who he is, but yet he decides to wrestle with him. And from night till day, that sounds kind of gay, right? I got you in a headlock. I said, I'm not going to let go until you give me a blessing. How did you know he was supposed to give you a blessing and you didn't know who he was? Matter of fact, forget that. You didn't know who he was, right? The man now asked him what was his name. That alone should make you wonder. But wait, hold on. How would somebody that was sent for our creator, right? Was sent for our creator and didn't know the name of Jacob. Or Akobi. Huh? Oh, matter of fact, let's move forward. Let's go further than that. Right? Let's go further than that, right? So after he wrestled and he found out what his name was, what did he tell him? He said, your name will no longer be called Jacob, but Israel. Key word, no longer be called Jacob, but Israel. But right after that, Jacob's name was mentioned. Then after that, Jacob's name was mentioned again. Huh? Come on, guys. I can't be the only one that's seeing this. Every name that was changed within the Bible played a significant role in all religion. Abraham, who can claim it now? The Jewish people and the Arabs. Right? Jacob, name is Israel. Who gonna claim it? The Europeans and the Arabs. Right? And then they gave you an apostle who was the apostle for the Gentiles and said that that's who you got to follow. Matter of fact, people take the precepts of Paul before they take the precepts of Jesus Christ. Make it make sense. Your Savior says, think not I come to destroy the laws or the prophet. I come not to destroy, but to fulfill. Paul tells you that keeping the law is a curse upon you. I could go on, but this is why the word says study to show yourself approved. Because all of this information is right in front of your face. The reason why you're unable to see it, because your foundation of understanding the Bible is exactly how the oppressors told you to understand it. Whether it's your teacher that's giving it to you, whether it's these brothers that's on YouTube reading to you, everybody's reading the same script. They just put in a different title to it. It's people like Umdala. It's people like my big bro. It's people like myself. It's other sisters that's waking up. Some people from the Holy Land itself, and it's telling you, like, nah, they lying. That's not what this means. That's not what that name means. Izaka means laughter. I got a brother that lives in the Congo and told me, yeah, that's his name. I can show you that Akobi means firstborn. How was his name named Jacob? Think about this. They named him Jacob, right? And the definition behind Jacob is surplanter, serpent. Surplanter is the name that, come on, people, make it make sense. So I just showed you that. Look, we just read it right here in the word. We just reading it right here in the word. Let's go back to Sirach. Why not? Right? For the Most High hateth a sinner and will play vengeance unto the ungodly and keep them against the mighty of their punishment. Give not good and help not the sinner. So everything that you see that's going on, so why would the Father allow? Because remember, every name that was given had a meaning unto it. Even now to this day, the people's name in Africa, my son's name is Ajonai. You know what that name means? It means soldier in the East Closer. Every name has a meaning. It's only here in America you can get any name that you want. You could create names from the dust of the air and say, that's my son's name. I'm going to name my son Halili. What does that mean? I don't know, but it sounds like Lili. Are you dumb? You feel me? Come on now. We got to get a point into our lives where we got to really get away from this philosophy. That's why they call it theologian. Look up the definition behind theologian. You're being taught their belief. Psalms 147 says, my word was only given unto Jacob. Look, even again, remember the word said, your name will no longer be called Jacob. But he says, unto Jacob have I given my words, my laws, and my statutes. Why is the Bible still referring to it as Jacob's trouble? You're going to be going through Jacob's trouble. When you look in the Geneva Bible, where everything is original, we know that there was no J's. So a name will be Acob. Acobi. They changed a lot of things to prevent you guys from waking up to the truth. They need to keep you in a headlock because that's how they reign over power over us. We need our spiritual connection to our heavenly parents, right? When you look into the book, when you see Moses, when he raised up the tablet, that's symbolic for you to understand. When he raised up the tablet, you see, we couldn't get killed. We was destroying. We was taking everything down. When he put his hands down, we was being killed. We was being slaughtered. That's symbolical for you to understand the purpose behind that. That when you keep his ways and you keep his ways on high, you are the most powerfulest thing on the face of this earth. But the minute you digress and you allow religion like Christianity, Mormons, Seventh-day Adventists, all this foolish nonsense that was created by the oppressors, tell you that you no longer have to do that, and you follow that, you wondering why you still the tail and not the head? Huh? Huh? You have to make it make sense, my guy. You have to make it make sense. 1 + 1 = 2. If it doesn't equal 2, then somebody is lying to you, and it ain't me. I ain't got no time. We ain't got no time. 400 years of pure, let's take that back. 2,500 years of pure wickedness and lies. Plagiarism to its highest order. Okay? Every single nation has their hands in the lie. This is the reason why they're suffering right now. Let these people suffer. Meanwhile, while they suffering, you about to be in the best shape of your life. While the whole world is in chaos, you getting brothers like myself that's bringing forth truth to you where you're going to sit there and say, wait, yo, wow, how come I didn't see that? Yeah, of course you're not going to see that. There's 2 reasons why you ain't see that. For one, you was blinded by the lies, not the light. You was blinded by the lies and not the light. And for 2, it wasn't time yet. 20 times 20 = 400. Genesis chapter 15 said what did he tell Abram before it was changed to Abraham? Huh? Anything that you read and you hear the mention of this man dying for your sins, you highly mistaken. That man was murdered. And guess who murdered him? The same people, these brothers that standing on the street corner talking about, oh, you Christians is going to hell because you observing Christmas. So you think you're not going to hell because you observing the feast days according to what these heathens tell you to follow? Huh? We in the first fruits. These people, they on a timeout. They're gonna wait. Their next celebration is gonna be what? The feast of the feast of Purim. You're giving away Christmas gifts, similar to what the Christians is doing. And you giving it in the time of February, right? They say that February is the end of the year. So Christmas is the end of the year. So we got one that's doing it in January, in December, and then you got the others that's doing it in February. Which also falls in line with what? With what? Valentine's Day. Come on, people. I got so much information in my archive, man. You will hear this, you will see it, man. You'll probably run outside and slap a heathen in the face for how much lies that they told you. But the reason why I don't bring it forth, because like I said, I don't own this platform. Certain things that we will bring forth will get shut down. I'm already on public enemy number 1 with these heathens. I got hit with what I got hit with? I got hit with something. And it was from a video that was literally like 3 years ago. They're watching. They're watching me very closely, very carefully. They're watching me. They're watching me. I be feeling like Mace. Why are you over there looking at me when I'm trying to read the word? Why are you over there looking at me while I'm trying to read the word? I'm serious. I'm not even trying to be funny, but I'm just trying to tell you, right? The word says, marvel not. Know that they hate you. Know that they hated me first. So when you see a bunch of people got 50, 20, 30, 70, 80,000 viewers and all of that, and you see that, you got to question what's being taught. Because the devil is not going to allow the truth to come out. Because the truth is going to set you free. These Hebrew Israelites ain't bringing forth truth. They're bringing forth hypocrisy, bro. Pure demonic, foolish, Luciferian, 33-degree Mason teachings, bro. I tell every time a Hebrew Israelite come to me and come talk madness and tell me foolishness, I say, man, go look at William S. Crowdy, then come talk to me. You can't talk to me because I know the word says you can't serve 2 masters. And if your teachers and your founding fathers, you understand me. If your founding fathers joined a 33-degree Mason, which you have to take an oath, I just posted a video on my Instagram. Go look it up. Repent or Die podcast, number 1. If it's not on that, then it's on Junns for the Bantus. Go look it up. And you'll see that they go through rituals and you got to take oaths. So you take an oath. And after he took the oath, he had a vision. Here's another person with a vision, guys. Another vision that the blacks in America was the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel. The 12 tribes chart. The person himself, he had a vision. He broke his leg. He was working in the elevator. He broke his leg. So he was sidelined for, I think, 1.5 years and was bedridden. Couldn't move. All he was doing was reading. And one day he caught a vision and said, look, the 12 tribes, this is that. The Gad or the Native Americans, the Puerto Ricans or this and that. And then you do the history behind Puerto Ricans and all that, you'll see that the Puerto Ricans, the majority of them are the children of Christopher Columbus and his 1,000 men that came into those lands and murdered and raped the children of Japhet. You hear what I'm saying to you? Huh? The children of Japhet. Okay? The word said, Japheth shall enlarge himself. And Shem is just a chilling. Shem chills. That's the gift and the curse of the Bantu people. We like to chill. We like to show love. It's the Brooklyn way. You heard? Huh? But I digress. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Where was I, man? Where was I? Oh. Listen. It says, verse 8 says, a friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. This is self-explanatory. And prosperity of a man's enemies will be grieved, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart. Never trust thy enemy. Let me read that again. Let's read 10 for you. It says what? Never trust thy enemy. Right? Let me say that again. Let's let Apple say that. Apple, say that for me. Let's say that out loud.
Never trust thine enemy.
One more time. Because when I say it, I'll be bugging, right?
Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust thy enemy. Okay? Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Because, you know, everybody likes to go to that precept to prove that we are the children of the book. Okay, we are. Okay? What does this says? Right? It says, and Sunini shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way, again with ships. See, this time when we was there, when we was in the Holy Land, which is the whole of Africa, that's ours. Okay? You understand me? When we was in Africa, right? We was in bondage in Egypt, right? We was on foot. Remember, we left Egypt and we walked to the Holy Land. And those that was being disrespectful and disobedient, they had to walk around and around 30 times. They was walking around that even the sandals couldn't even break down until they died off. Huh? Right? So that was on foot the first time. This time, you're going to be again with ships. By the way thereof, I speak unto thee, right? Thou shalt see it no more again, right? So we was taking off our land. When was the last time an African American seen the Holy Land? Matter of fact, religion don't even make you desire to want the Holy Land. That was the purpose. Wake up and smell the Kool-Aid, people. Huh? Huh? Religion makes you don't even want to desire the Holy Land. Tell a black person tell somebody that's in this Hebrew group that Africa is the Holy Land. They're gonna tell you blasphemous, bro. Yo, that's the land of Ham, bro. You wildin', son. We ain't no Hamites. You might be a Hamite, but the children of Yasharallah is not. That's what they're gonna tell you. Islam gonna tell brother from Islam. The brother could be from Africa. But Islam be his religion and say, nah, man, the Holy Land is in Mecca, man. Mecca. But I got to go pray. I got to go, hold on. Let me go get my sheetrock and put my feet down and go bend down on my knees and say, Allah, Allah, Allah. Allah, Allah. Are you dumb? Huh? Man, they're putting sheetrocks on their knees, getting down on their knees to go pray to a goddamn brick. Huh? Right? And what it says, and what it says after that, right? It says what? And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. What does that say right there? Enemies. What does that say right there? Enemy. Let's let Apple say it.
Enemies.
Enemies. Say it one more time.
Enemies.
Enemies. For bondmen and bondwomen and no man. Listen, you're going to be sold. Listen, it says you're going to be sold for bondmen and bondwomen, but yet nobody's going to buy you. You're going to be sold. Ain't nobody going to buy that. They're taking you. Huh? I'm paying for this. Yo, bro. Nobody ain't buying you. They used to make even exchange, bro. That's not buying. Yo, bro, I'll trade you. I'll trade you. The word tells you you're gonna be traded. Your children gonna be traded for a bottle of liquor. Yo, bro. Yo, that whiskey right there that you let me sip on, that joint was amazing. Yo, let me get a case of that, bro. Son, I can't, man. This is all I got. Yo, bro, I got this fine slave in the back. You will like her. Nice. She got a big butt though. I don't know what that is. My wife, she's skinny like a twig. Or you got a big butt. I don't know what that is. I don't know what to do with that. But you can have it though. You can do whatever you want with her. Let me see her. Oh, because they back in the day, these Europeans was fascinated by titties. Oh my God, she got a what is that? A triple D? Ah, yeah, I want that. I give you 2 cases. Sure, no problem. Ain't nobody buying you, huh? Huh? Ain't nobody buying you. You being sold unto bondmen and bond. You're gonna be sold for bondmen and bondwomen. You're being sold, right? You're being sold for bondmen. Like this is you're not even understanding what's being said. You're being sold for bondmen and bondwomen. You're being traded off. If nobody's gonna buy you, but you're being sold for bondmen and bondwomen, yo, take that. Send that. You're being passed around like cottage cheese, Playboy, huh? This is the madness that we dealing with, guys. Huh? Sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Jesus can't buy you, guys. When you go to church on Sunday and you giving your 10%, listen, the law is done away with, but make sure you keep the tithes, though. The tithes is a law of the old. I thought the law was done away with. Hold on, wait, make it make sense. Hey, give your money. Jesus is gonna bless you. He's gonna make you happy. He's gonna save you because he died for you. Think about this. Make it make sense, right? Jesus died for our sins, but yet the whole world is living in complete sin. That man was murdered. I don't even got to go into scriptures. We could just base it on what you see going on in the world right now. Here's a man that died for our sins, but yet this whole world is committed complete sin. Everybody is full of sin. This out here wilding. Men laying with men, women laying with women and men laying with women and men. It's wilding. But yet he died for the sins. So here's our heavenly. Think about this. Here's a man that created the world, knows how everything is gonna play out. Destroyed the whole world because of what put Noah and his family, his 2 sons and their wives, on a goddamn ship. Created a goddamn ark. Put them inside this ark, right? Destroy everything that was happening because of the wickedness man them was doing. Drop goddamn meteors from the top for the wickedness man them was doing, right? To fast forward to today. Matter of fact, before we even get today, said, yo, son, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna bring forth my son, right? And you're gonna do what I say to do. You're gonna tell the people to do, etc., etc. You're gonna show them that you're my child, and then I'm gonna allow you to die for these niggers. So I've sent my son to die for sinful people, to die, to take away sin. But yet here we are again. Sin is still making its way through. Matter of fact, sin is at an all-time high. Matter of fact, you even say you're not sinning. Something is wrong with you, bro. What? You ain't never sleep with 2 girls at the same time. You ain't never smoked this weed. Yo, bro, you ain't never robbed nobody. Yo, bro, you ain't never take this money. This is what's going on in the world. So you telling me, see, there's a person that died for sin? Absolutely not, because if he died for sin, sin would be eradicated. It's not eradicated. It's in full effect. It's still going on till this day. If he died for the sins, then why is there a judgment coming on this earth? Why is there people being prepared for hellfire? Huh? You see what religion has done to our people? You see what it has done? Listen, religion is so powerful. Let me tell you something. Religion is so powerful. Matter of fact, I screenshotted this. Let me read what I screenshotted this because it was so powerful. I needed to just have it. Wait, it's in my other phone. Hold on. Let me say this to you. I was gonna do a whole podcast about it, which I am. It says, a people enslaved by religion are harder to liberate than a people enslaved by chains. Put it to it. Hope you guys can see that. Come on, man. You're gonna be giving unto your enemies, people. Let's not get nothing twisted, fam. Don't get nothing twisted. And I'm speaking out of passion. I ain't speaking. I'm not trying to. You know what I'm saying? This is not even a shot at the brother. You know, it's nothing but love, family. So don't feel no type of way. You know, I gotta say that because we living in a time of emotions and people just really be offended by the littlest things. This wasn't for you. This is for every person that tune in and watch and say certain things that, like, we are at a point in time, right? We are living in the so-called days of information, aka the year of Aquarius, right? Where we are in a time where we supposed to be gathering information, bro. Like, if I read something and you tell me to read something, I'm like, yo, bro, this don't make no goddamn sense. And if you can't give me an explanation to why this don't make no goddamn sense, then this is the outcome of it. Either you lying to me, you don't know, or this was another interjection to keep us in a space of confusion. And guess what? 90% of the things, especially in the New Testament, is nothing but confusion and contradiction. This is why brothers is turning into atheists. Because it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. People that's still indoctrinated to Christianity, Islam, Judaism, people that's indoctrinated to these things, these are people that can't see themselves beyond just being that, right? Can't see themselves beyond being a slave, because religion and slavery go hand in hand, right? Religion and slavery go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. They go hand to hand. I forgot where I was at, man. My bad, guy. Religion and slavery go hand to hand. One hand watches the other. Go look up how slavery, go look up how religion was introduced to black people. You're gonna see that it was forced onto us. Go look it up. Like I tell people all the time, Islam took the people from Africa, took them to the east. Christianity took us to the west. Hebrew Israelite, Hebrewism, Judaism, whatever you want to call it, left us a mess, all confused. And the worst thing that you could ever do is deal with a person that's in a space of confusion. Because when you're confused and the truth comes, you're so confused, you don't even see it as the truth. Man, no, that's not it. No. You know what I'm saying? We read books for days, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to play. I got one of these days, I got to show you my library, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't here to play. I don't come in front of this camera to act like I don't know what I'm talking about. We ain't here to play. We ain't got no time, bro. Sis, we ain't got no time. I tell everybody this all the time. We have no time. Why? Because of the direction where we are heading. Money about to collapse. They got us distracted by Will Smith and all of this madness. Meanwhile, money about to collapse. Tension is brewing between Africa and France, Africa and Germany. Mad things going on right now. People out in Florida, out of nowhere, is getting sick. Mad things going on right now. All of this is going on right now. And yet we got brothers and sisters that's still waiting for somebody to crack through the sky. We got black people really could sit here and look me in my face and say, Jesus is going to come and save us. And then my reply to that would be like, so are you telling me that a European is going to come from the sky and save black and brown people from European bondage, you know what they will reply to me and say? Oh, it's not about the color. Okay, I respect that. So why nobody not boycotting and saying we're not going to church until that image of Jesus be taken down? Matter of fact, why you got that Jesus piece around your neck? That hair looks kind of long. It don't look like dreads. That look like spaghetti and meatballs. Oh, come on now. Huh? What? What? But hey, I'm bringing forth my own doctrine, guys. I bring forth my own doctrine, but I don't know what's my religion. What religion am I proclaiming to? I ain't following no goddamn religion. That shackles has been taken off. You hear me? The only chain around my neck is the chain of jewelry that I buy. You understand? That's why I come on and I put this around my neck. So you see, I make sure that it's 24 inches so you know I'm free. You know that my neck got nothing but breathing room. I ain't playing with these people. I'm not afraid of these heathens, bro. Wherever this direction go, I'm reading you the word. I ain't got to worry about nothing. You ain't got to worry about nothing. As long as you calling on that righteous name. As long as you give respect and honor. You understand me? Honor to both your parents. The word said all sins are forgiven except the blaspheming of the what? Mama love. Because wisdom is known of her children. We don't know what no Holy Spirit is. What the heck is that? When did the Holy Spirit came about? Matter of fact, let's look. Let's see when the Holy Spirit came about. Why not? Let's go look. Hmm? I want it. I want it together. Okay. Hmm? I want it together. So, how many times? So, something that's a part of us is only mentioned in 10 verses. So, that means 10 times it was mentioned. 1, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, only 10 times. So, only 10 times it was mentioned. But yet, it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I mean, come on, people. Come on, people. Let's see. Let's look up the definition. What? Oh, they're not gonna let me. Let's look it up. Why not? Huh? What it says right here. See Spirit, work of thee. See Holy Ghost. Ghosts? So we Ghostbusters now. I ain't afraid of no. Stop. 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 Oh, man. Ah, my G's. You know what? We gonna have to call it an end today because you see when I get into this mode and I get into this space of frustration and it's not and it's not even it's just in general, bro. It's like you know, like the word said, with much wisdom comes sorrow. I be sorrowful for the things that I see on the internet, for the things, the investment I see black people give to these other nations that's bringing forth this Jesus Christ doctrine and foolish madness. And all I could do is shake my head. When I see these Hebrews standing on the corner, taking the word that's supposed to be giving us life, taking it to condemn people. Meanwhile, these people are living in the most condemnation of it all. It just gets frustrated. And then when I tell brothers and sisters to prove their point, you know who they run to? They don't go run to John. I mean, John actually walked. I can show you verbatim that these majority of these so-called people in the New Testament didn't even have a writing of the works of our big brother until he was dead and gone. Some of these people, check this out. Some of these people was copy and pasting, getting it from third outside resources. Some people, there's a saying that Matthews was not even present and that he retrieved all his information by asking the people. Like, these things are out here. You gotta just do the homework. I can't do that for you. We'll get there when it's time to get there. When Mama Love comes to me and be like, this is what I want you to talk about, then I'm gonna bring it forth. I don't move like, that's why I don't come on the way that I don't come on. Because Mama Love she don't be giving me that instruction. She don't say, yo, this is what I want you to talk about. Or something will just miraculously end up right in front of me. And then be like, yep, this is what you're gonna talk on. Like the 2 letters that when I did the lesson for that. You think I was looking for that? I was minding my business. Minding my business. I go, boop, this thing falls in my hands. And all I hear in my head, yep, this is what you gotta do. And as a child that honor that mother and that father, I said, okay. Psalms 83, you got to do that. People don't even know Psalms 83 was a prophecy. Show me where in the Bible did you read that you see that other nations was coming together, conspired to take down the children of Jacob. That was a prophecy that was being foretold that happened in 1883, 1884. Come on now. Don't let these people fool you anymore. We ain't got no time. I remember I made a song called No Time, No Time. Never didn't even know that song would be a prophetic, and I'm trying to remember it so I could record it, right? Rewrite it, record it. I don't remember, but I remember the hook though. I remember it says "No time, no time." That's part of the hook though. I don't remember all of it, but I remember the "No time, no time." We ain't got no time. I didn't even want to come on today. I said, nah, I gotta do this. I got people that's dependent on me to bring forth knowledge and wisdom to help them go through the week, go through the rest of the night. You know how stressful it is to wake up knowing that you're the only one that's amongst your peers, your loved ones that actually know the real truth. And when you try to bring this truth to people, they look at you like you're nuts. And the word says, gather the elect to the elect. How do you gather? How do you gather? You gather them by bringing forth truthful information. That's how you're going to do it. That's the only way to do it. There's no other way, people. We got to get our spirit in line. We got to become one with our ancestors. Don't listen to the nonsense that they tell you, oh, you shouldn't worship the this and that. You're supposed to give all praise and glory to your heavenly father, mother, your ancestors. Guess what? Those are traditions that still go on to this very day in the Holy Land. But yet they're gonna tell you they're gonna tell you give praise and worship to the dead. But when you giving praise and worship to the dead, you gotta have on the Dracula outfit. You gotta have on skulls and this around your neck and around your head. But they tell you to do the things, the righteous thing they tell you to do, even though you're supposed to do it, they tell you to do it in complete wickedness. The word tells you not to glorify the birth, but immortalize the death. Tells you that. What is it? What is it? Ecclesiasticus? Ecclesiasticus? Come on. We ain't here to play with nobody, man. We ain't got no time. I'm sorry I only gave y'all 2. We were supposed to go, I was going to take at least 15, but, you know, I can't tell you what Mama Love is going to tell me to do, man. Right? It says, never trust thy enemy, for like as an iron rust is, listen, for like an iron rust, so is his wickedness. That means the enemy's gonna always be evil to you, always be wicked. They will never do right ever. So when I hear brothers and sisters bring forth information and they say, look, what's your source? Oh, Zuckerberg. Oh, yeah, him? Okay. Yes, they took this. I can show you in this book where it says that when they found it, they rewrote it so it could fit their narratives and what they believe in, not what was written there to really be retranslated for the people. No. We're gonna write it for what suits us. Facts. In this book, get you this book and read it. It's in the introduction. The introduction is like damn near 40-something pages. That basically before you even get into the stuff that they're giving you, they're going to explain to you why they did what they did, how they did it, and why they're doing it. To preserve, it says to preserve their religious beliefs. Come on, people. Are you crazy? Huh? Look at the world right now. Huh? It's getting more wicked and wicked. They can't do right. They can't do good. It's not in their blood. It's not in their DNA. The word tells you of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father you will do, and you do not abide in no truth. These people don't abide in truth. So what makes you think that they're going to bring forth truth for you to be set free? You don't think the Bible got lies and contradictions and plagiarizing and interjections? Absolutely. But he's using the same book to take them down, to give you the understanding of who you are. And once we know who we are, the next objective is now we got to go into the Holy Land and actually speak to the people. That's why Satan gates want to eradicate the people. So the people with the knowledge and the wisdom. You think this heathen is going to the cities in Africa? This heathen is going into the villages, people. And they come in like serpents, bro. Coming with their hands open, bringing a bottle of water. I seen a video where they put a thing down in a hole and now all of a sudden water's flying in the air. You see the children all excited. They jumping, dancing in the water. And in return for that favor, they want all they want is your trust. Because they know with your trust, they know how we are as people, they're going to get closer. That means we could get closer to them. And when they get closer, that's what they're going to do. They're going to give you medication. They're going to kidnap your woman. They're going to rape your daughter. They're going to steal your son. They're going to steal your gold. They're going to steal everything. Why are you thinking they're chilling? Because they give you water, so you want to give them good hospitality and all of that? They're over here plotting. Like, yo, go over there. What's back there? They're going to tell you they digging, they looking for more water holes. That's what they're going to tell you. Meanwhile, they going over there, see if they can find oil, see if they can find uranium, see if they can find anything, and then they're going to give it right back. They're going to send it right back to their people. They're going to radio this in. Yeah, we found it. Some of you guys don't even know. Some of these people are out there trying to find the Ark of the Covenant, people. Make it make sense. Your enemies, fam. Let's go. Right? It says, though he humble himself and go and go crunching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him if thou have wiped a good a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. This is them. See, though he humble himself, this is what the wicked do, right? And go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Beware of them. They come humble. Oh, we come in peace. Just want to bring you some water. I see you guys struggling. I see what's going on here. Mind you, these children are being born, no situation, no procedures being done. They running free. Yeah, they may not have clothes like Nikes and Jordans and all that. Some of them is still walking around with towels, tied to their waistline, but they're having fun. They're free. And here these heathens come, bringing forth things that we don't need. We don't need it. But they bring it. And because we are just good individuals, we're like, thank you. Saying, oh yeah, look, we got this medication. You see this? Oh, they'll see a child that has a little rash on his head because that child was playing in ivory. We're like, oh, you see that? Yo, we got a medication that if you put it like this, it's gonna go away. Matter of fact, you don't even gotta put it on your skin. You just, or you just, huh? And then the person takes that, and then listen, these people are so advanced with it, very cunning, very patient. Your child went from running until one day that boy can't wake up, can't move his legs. Pfizer got sued by the people in Africa. These niggas talking about you gotta prove it. Meanwhile, the lady's child, the boy's coming like this. Talking about prove that we did that. What? And yet you people are still, you know what? Okay. Listen, look what verse 12 says. It says, set him not by thee, lest when thou have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Come on, we was all giving warning. This book was written 200 years before your Savior even came on the scene. And look at this being written. And yet we still haven't learned. So much stories going on right now where people, where young black men well, he was last seen when his buddy get found somewhere in the woods, head organs taken out. Come on, guys. Huh? This is why they don't want you reading this. We're gonna read, matter of fact, we're gonna read this tomorrow. Right? It says, who will pity a chamber that's bitten with a serpent, or any such as come night wild beasts? So one that goes to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? That's us. Why you think the world don't got pity for us? Because we wanted to defile ourselves with the sinner. We dealing with their woman, we eating their food, we lying next to them. The word tells, don't even let these people sit next to your right side, because they're gonna look at your seat and say, I want that. I need that. Huh? Come on, right? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. Okay? Listen. Look at verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. Ooh, isn't that what they did to you? Huh? He will weep with his eyes. Listen, he will weep with his eyes, but if he finds an opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Okay? If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And thou, even and though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper months and change his countenance. Oh, man. Why they don't want you to read the book of Sirach? Huh? Proverbs on steroids, playboy. Think your enemy gonna tell you truth? You think your enemy's gonna do anything? They waited for you to fall. And when you fell, right? They watch and they waited. They was like, look, they breaking the commandments. Yeah. God. Let's see if God is still with them. Let's send the Arabs first. Arabs came, gave Moses, gave Muhammad all the power, gave him all the military. Go look up where Islam originated from. Go see where they got all the money to get all the military men and weaponry. Huh? And when they was kicking down the door, raising the 4-4, all the Bantu said is, please, please don't hurt me no more. Huh? And when it was all said and done with that, huh? When it was said and done with that and they seen that we fall, then the Europeans said, look, man, let's just have a meeting. Let's have a meeting and we just going to take this over. These heathens didn't even have the audacity to have you in the conference. And you're a bunch of Europeans having a sit down talking about, yeah, we're going to take this, we're going to take that. How that song go? A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Took everything. To the point where it's like, man, listen, there's places in the Holy Land right now that Europeans would tell black people that's from that land, you can't walk in there. Oh, I can't wait to get over there. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. You listen, if I'm riding through every place in the hood in Brooklyn, wait until I go over there. I'm walking in there with my tourist hat, my tour guide, my flip-flops, and some boxing gloves. Huh? Well, that's it for the day, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Give all praise and glory to our Heavenly Parent. Give all praise. Give all praise. I'm passionate about this, guys. Listen, man. I am not your average. I am not your Creflo take your dollar. I'm not your TD Snakes. You heard? I'm that brother man from that motherland that's keeping foot on heathens and Negroes next. I'm not here to play. I can care less about people's feelings. I can care less about people. If you come to me with European philosophy, I'm going to dissect that. I'm going to make you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, well, I'll be damned. Because that's what we need to start doing. We need to start looking ourselves in the mirror and say things like, well, I'll be damned. Damn, sheesh, I thought I knew it all. Well, I guess I didn't. I guess you did not. Because you've been lied to, just like I've been lied to. But because of this lie, I was given a task by Heavenly Parents to say, listen, yeah, you've been lied to. Yeah, you see the lies. Go tell the people. I'm the Moses on this, going to be on this YouTube telling these heathens, Hebrews and heathenites, let my people go, so we can have an altar, so we can have a barbecue, so we can have a feast with our Heavenly Parents. Let them come down with all of them, all our forefathers. Let them come down, all our ancestors, all the brothers and sisters that was killed on their way, on the shores over here. Every single one of them. Yes, you will be redeemed for the evil that happened. And I'm going to be the one to represent y'all. Like the word, like I tell people, this awakening won't be televised. But guess what? I'm the one that's gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you. They can't stop this. Never in their life. They can try, but it won't work. Heck is wrong with these people? These heathens don't lost their minds, guys. The rise of the Bantu will not be televised, people. Let me see the messages. Hold on. The rise of the Bantus will not be televised, people. These people don't lost their minds out here. All of that's gonna be taken down. Peace, Bantu princess. Deadly lioness, what it look like. Deadly lioness, we definitely gotta I gotta link up with you. Yes, please. African, like I said, African brother, don't take what I'm saying, as any shot or direct towards you in any manner. This is just the truth being spoken by righteous, authoritative alpha males that's giving it in full authority and conviction. You feel me? I don't want you to feel any type of way. I don't want you to feel like this is, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're dealing in a time where a lot of men is very emotional. You know what I'm saying? Our people in general is very emotional. And that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to educate, direct, bring them closer to our heavenly parents, and hopefully, give you guys the resources to get back to the Holy Land, because we gotta go home. I need to go home. Yeah, we gonna yeah, that jitterbug phone. I'm telling you, sis, hey man, we about to give them that. Listen, man, dude's about to get that Nokia. You know, the one that had the game with the worm in it? Yeah. And you ain't gotta feel sorry. You know what I'm saying? That was 30 years ago, man. You know what I'm saying? My pops, hopefully he's in a good resting place. He was a casualty of war. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about it. Like I said, I need confirmation from my brothers first, because what I'm gonna bring forth is gonna be very touchy. I don't want nobody, you know what I'm saying? I need the confirmation first, you know what I'm saying? So gonna look out for that. Yes, they mess with our Bible, bro. Nah, I wouldn't say to stop reading it. That's why, it says, he that got eyes to see, let him see, ears to hear, let him hear, right? The word said precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, right? So you gotta get in line with that, with Sunini Nanini, or whatever name that, that the area or the region you are in Africa calls on. You know what I'm saying? I say Sunini Nanini because that's the East Coastal language that our big bro spoke. That's the language that was written in Daniel's 5. So I'm gonna stay in that lane. But we got brothers that call on Modimo, Moari, and etc. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 100% there. I got my Easy Closer book right now. I got it in my phone. I'm still learning. It's a lot. I be listening to the music. I got to copy and paste and be like, hold on, what does this mean? What does that? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to learn myself. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta read it. You know what I'm saying? Read it and ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to ask questions. And if people is not giving you an answer and it doesn't sit well with you, then you're gonna have to do the due diligence, either to seek it yourself or see that it was an interjection and you gotta remove it. You feel me? That's just how the game go. Yes. Akobi, firstborn, open the womb. You can look that up. You can look on Chat GPT. Shout out to the big bro. A year and a half out the game needed the chart to build the Hebrew fame. Look, my big bro spitting bars, man. Yeah, listen, Bantu Princess, you know I be wildin'. Yes, daughter of Jerusalem. Peace, sis. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I bought that out just for you, Bantu Princess. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we gonna go home, sis. We gonna go home real soon. We ain't gotta worry about it. Real soon. Mm-hmm. I know. I'm gonna stop now. Deli Zionist. I'm a Deli Lioness. I'm gonna stop. Don't worry. I got you. I'm gonna stop. Yeah, we all confused. It's a lot of names. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of names. Like I said, 2005, 2,500 years removed from any recollection of who we are, the language that we spoke. English is not our tongue. English was a language that was forced upon us. Right? These are the bastards. These are the heathens. These are the fallen tongues that we're speaking. Right? Even out in Africa, a lot of brothers are using dialect, but it's intertwined with these heathens language, right? A lot of like when you see people in Niger, they're speaking with these people's tongue. You could hear you could hear the African dialect, but you also can catch the French too. You feel me? Just like in Creole, right? Like in Haitian and Creole, Haitian Creole, right? You can hear the African dialect, but you also can hear the French, right? So when I told you this story all the time, I went into a restaurant. It was an African restaurant, and two brothers was conversating, and I can pick up what they were saying. And then I was like, yo, my brother, no, I'm like, I don't want to interrupt, but yo, what country you from? The one brother was like, I'm from Benin, and the other one was like, I'm from Cameroon, but you know that's right there. And I was like, yo, I can understand some of the things that you're saying. I was like, I was trying to go back to Africa. He like, yeah. He's like, where you want to go? I said, I'm trying to go to South Africa. He was like, yeah. And every single person tell me the same thing. It's beautiful, man. You would love it. Come back. Every person that tells me, every time I speak to somebody that asks them that, you will love it, man. You will love it. You will love it. Go. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm gonna do. Right? So, we gonna get it right, man. Um, it's 6:41. I've been on for a minute. My apologies. When Mama Love and Pop Dukes take over, you know what I'm saying? I just be in that mode. So you know what I'm saying? My apologies again. But continue supporting. Just to give you a heads up, um, the sister that survived the sex trafficking, she wants to do another interview. So I will be interviewing her tonight or tomorrow. I'll find out, but she will be interviewed. She's gonna bring forth some very, touchy information that I advise all parents, especially the ones that have girls. See, I have girls, so I have to really pay attention and understand what's going on, and also be able to teach our children and to prevent them from being caught up. And one thing that I tell parents, if you guys been following me, you guys know that I don't post pictures of my children, right? I don't do that. Why? Because these pictures get stored in these people's database that you have no access to. And I don't watch enough Equalize, spy movies, Jason Bourne, Mission Impossible. I watch enough of these movies to know that these people got access and can take data and information on people and store it in things that we have no access to. So please don't put your children up there. Don't turn your child into a TikTok sensation, an Instagram sensation, because these pictures go to these people. And when they need blood, they get it from the mud. What color is the mud? Look like me and you. Let that marinate in your head. It's your brother man from the motherland. I came to you guys live. Continue supporting. Tomorrow, I might come back on and do another Sirach, because I really wanted to go deep. But know thy enemies, man. Read Sirach chapter 13. Read it by yourself. Meditate on it. And maybe Mama Love is going to give you a different revelation to it and bring it to the table so we can bring it for the other people, so our people can be set free. Free. The truth is what's going to set us free, people, not the lie. It's your brother man from the motherland. Came to you guys live. And for those that don't know who I am, let me tell you who I am. I am Mr. Keep My Foot. Listen carefully. My foot on you heathens, you Hebrews, and the newly installed heathenites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, listen carefully when he say this. Are you dumb? And I'm going to holler at y'all.